Hi there, everyone. How are you? This is Kaylana, the Blessed Driver, and thank you for stopping by my channel. And also, I'm going to show you guys what the earnings have been from the past to the present. However, the main reason why I decided to come back was because I had gotten plenty of emails. I was getting comments on my YouTube channel, and also I was getting emails from the media, from the news media rather. I had gotten contacted from NBC News, and I was also contacted by the New York Times and also from Time and Money magazine. Now, I was quite surprised to see the big change and difference in how much I earned from the time I started with Instacart in 2016 up until how much I'm earning now. Let's check it out. So let me go ahead and log into the Shopper app. Now, right now, I'm going to go into earnings. Okay, so you see here from February 4th until February 10th, and today is February 10th on Sunday, 2019. These are my earnings. Now, I know it may not seem like much, but you know, I've only did 18 batches. I didn't work a whole lot, but I just wanted to, like I said, test it out to see what was going on. Now, some of these batches were actually double batches, and so that was kind of rough because the pay wasn't as much as it was before. And I'm going to show you a breakdown in that, okay? Now, on any given day that I would do a pretty good day, mostly I would say maybe on Mondays, maybe even on Sundays, I could actually do $162 in one day. That is very good. But now I would have to work like 3 or 4 days even just to get that amount, even close to that amount. Now, let's go to earnings by day. Now, I did some shopping on Thursday, February 7th. And so the first batch I got was at 8:03 a.m. And it was one full service order that was total to $40.71. Now, you have to look here. It's 47 items, but it was 125 units. The customer basically had many of the same items, like for instance, water and drinks and things like that. And so it was a very large order. The batch payment was $24.02. The batch incentive that Instacart offered was $22.46. They only paid me $1.56 for mileage. The customer tip was $16.69. But back in the day when we used to do Instacart, and some of you guys remember, something like this would have been an easy close to maybe like $60 or so. So that's what it was for that particular batch. And then let's go on over to, let's say, this is a delivery only. And so the total was $10. Still, even with that, imagine if the customer hadn't had a tip, how much I would have gotten for that. Now let's move on to, this is one full service order. A long distance I had to travel. And the customer did not tip. The customer shopped at Aldi. Batch payment $10.57, and you guys can see here how much I've earned. So I did all of this for $10. Okay, that was very, very disappointing. Now this was a delivery only, 2020. Was from Publix. Okay, this is from Publix. 2 different orders. I was shopping for 2 different customers. You see the mileage here. Now this particular batch up top, batch A, I believe. The batch payment was $17.65, and how they broke that down was the incentive was $9.07, mileage was $8.58. That was over 14 miles. That was a lot of work, guys. Now, even though this was a delivery only, still considering the fact that it was a lot of driving, that's all that I got for 2. Okay, and you know it was a crazy day for me on that Thursday. But the customer decided to, and even on this particular batch, the customer decided to, instead of tipping, I think it was a 5% or whatever, $3.71, I believe he decided to give me $7.69. Quality bonus was $3. So you guys can kind of see how it's broken down here. Now, I had to find out where the batch was. I believe that this was it right here. The full service order was $8.94. Batch payment, $6.74. This is one item, one order, 26 items, 29 units. The customer tipped me $2.20. And I know sometimes tips can fluctuate depending on if an item was refunded, things like that. All of this I had to deliver for only $8.94. Back in the day, something like this would have been maybe $20, maybe $25, if not more. Okay. So that's how things are broken down, guys. And the pay is very, very poor. I was just shocked. I could not believe it. I mean, it was just ridiculous. And even this was from Saturday night, and 29 items, 39 units. Batch payment was $13, including customer tip, $16 for all of that. Even though the distance wasn't too bad, I only got paid $16 for shopping and delivering. And that to me was just totally ridiculous, okay? And I will show you a little bit of how I got paid today. I only did a couple of batches today. It wasn't too much. The tips were pretty decent. This one I got, the customer tipped $10.77 because I believe one item I had that wasn't in stock. And let's see here. The one before that one, the tip was pretty decent. Same thing. This is all I got paid. Full service order. One was from Whole Foods, okay? And so now I'm going to go back and show you guys how much I earned previously. Now, once again, this is a total of 18 batches. And it shows here how much I earned in total, $282.69. Now, I believe I worked about 26 hours this week, if that. And I'm going to show you how much I would have made before that. Okay, guys, I am back. So I decided to go down a little bit. Now, this is from 2018. Okay, so this isn't from this year. This is, of course, from 2018 of last year. And I want to show you guys something here. Now, I earned $649 on this week. Now, I did get a referral bonus, and that was like $105. So dismissed on $105, okay? Now, this is from how they had the pay scale back then, before they made all the changes later on in 2018. I think it was from like summer on down. So my tips were $210.83. Delivery earnings were $333.95, and batches were 18. Now, you see the difference in the batches that I did before that. The batches that I showed you earlier were about the same, 18 batches. Now, even though if I wouldn't have done $105 in the referral, I still would have had $500 left or so and some change. I worked a total of 28 hours and 7 minutes. Time online was 36 hours and 36 minutes. You see the difference? Now, on a Monday, as I showed you in my previous Monday that I did this past, now I didn't work this Monday, but I did do Thursday. But regardless, I only did 2 batches. Tips were $34.86. Delivery earnings were $64.20. And I will show you how Instacart had broke this down. Now, this one particular day, I did 3 full service orders. Still, that's not too bad, but still it's not too much, okay? Let's go into 11:46 a.m. Now, Instacart took away the item commission where we got paid per item. So I think here in our market in Orlando, I believe we got paid 25 cents per item or 40 cents or something like that. Now, you see the item commission was $18. Delivery commission was $4.80. Large order bump was $5. Customer tip was $17.73. Total was $45.53. You see the difference? But now Instacart has it to where they're doing these incentives and things like that. That's a big difference, guys. That's for 45 items and 62 units. And it was a pretty big order. I can't remember what happened because this was like it was like a year ago, a long time ago. But you see the difference? If I were to do an order like that size, I would have probably gotten paid, I don't know, maybe $20 for that. Maybe 18 because the way that Instacart's changed their pay scale now. You understand what I'm saying? So that's how we're getting cheated because they took away the item commission, the order bumps. It's so bad, guys. The delivery commission has changed now because they're supposed to be changing it back. But I just want to show you guys how the difference is from now until then. Now I'm going to go into showing you guys more. And let's go into Wednesday. Wednesday, I worked I think this was a 12-hour shift that I did, but time online was like, 11 hours? Okay, let's go into this order. Now, this was 2 full service orders. It was a long drive, you guys. See, 26 miles. It was a lot of driving. I cannot remember this. This was a year ago. But you see how things are broken down? One customer tipped me and one customer did not. One customer tipped me $25.88, etc., etc. But that's how it was broken down, guys. So even though the distance was pretty long, and I cannot remember if I gotten paid the distance fee, I believe I did. However, That's what my pay was. $65.48. I do not remember how many items. Oh, yeah. So it's a total of 66 items and 87 units between both orders, between two different customers. Now, you guys saw. Now, if I would have gotten 2 orders now, the way they're paying us now, that would have been like probably 20 bucks, maybe 18, maybe 15. Totally ridiculous, okay? So now you guys see what you're missing out on. 2017, I believe. So let's kind of like go into 2017, my earnings, all right? This was in March 26th through April 1st, 2017. And of course, at quality bonuses, my delivery earnings was 301. My tips were 149 total hours. And you guys can see from here. Let's go into Saturday. I spent maybe 9 or 10 hours, active time 5 hours. Now let's go into this one full service order. Customer tipped me $24. I got a $24 tip here. Delivery commission was $3.30. Item commission was $11.20. Total was $39.46. Now let's go back and see how much something like that will be now if I got somewhere around the same amount. 29 items, 32 units. So I'm going to go back into my earnings into 2019. So let's kind of go back. Now earnings by day. Now I'm going to try to find a day that I can show you and where it was around the same amount. Something like this. Aldi, 26 items and 29 units. Almost the same thing. You see that? You see that difference, guys? The previous order was like what? I got about $40 off of that, $39, something like that. Now this is only $8.94. You see the big difference? Customer tipped, it's not that much. And sometimes tips, most of the times tips do make a big difference in that. And we don't even get item incentives anymore. We don't get paid per item. So for me to shop for 2 people and only make $12 versus me making back then maybe $40 or $50 off of 2 customers, that's a big difference, guys. Here's how I feel. All of this media attention and all of this drama could have been prevented if they would have just done the right thing in the first place by shoppers. A CEO of a company is a leader. And when you're a leader, you lead by example. It makes no sense for a person like Apurva Mehta to be a financial success, but a moral failure. So if a company was doing that well, why are you in the media? Why is the news following you? And why are they talking so much about you? If a company is doing so bad financially, they need to tell us. They need to say something. But from the numbers, from what I've seen, Instacart is making plenty of money. There might be some stores and companies that may want nothing to do with Instacart because of how they have treated their workers. There's too much scandal. So my thing is, what it sounds like is that he's trying to keep up with the Joneses. If you pay people what they're worth and if you pay people what they deserve and they're happy, of course, most shoppers will provide the greatest service ever. But if Instacart doesn't get itself together and do things the right way, they're going to end up losing customers altogether. And they're going to be up the creek. I hope this video has helped you. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them below. Thank you for stopping by my channel, guys. God bless you and have a great day.